Yeah, I know some of y'all may be saying, why are you out here in the snow? It's a reason why, and I'm going to tell you, because all of us are dealing with pain. And I want you to realize my pain is your pain. And when I'm talking about check your life, be limitless, it's not about these elements. Everything this snow is just a microcosm of life. And I wanted to make sure I don't have a hat on because you shouldn't try to run from it. Everything that we deal with is building us for who we are supposed to be. But we try to run from these elements. And I've been very disobedient to God. I would have been so further in my speaking career if I would have just listened to God. But I was chasing the money. So I went into an administrative role, great job, great opportunity working with the kids, but it was probably the most stressful I have ever been since I started enjoying life. Since I started telling you about Check Your Life. Because see, I shouldn't even be here. I was a kid that was dropped out of school, that was in school suspension, out of school detention, you name it, I did it. I was a person that tried to be a drug dealer because I wanted to fit in. But it's no different than what you all are trying to do. Some of you are choosing partners because you're trying to fit in. Some of you are choosing careers because you want to fit in. But it's not you. Who are you really meant to be? When you remove that mask and start walking in your true potential, that hidden potential that only you and God know, that when you lay in the bed at night and those thoughts hit you, that the person that you love sit beside you, laying beside you, don't even know, that's who you're supposed to be. What is your gift? I always had the ability to speak from my heart, to speak with what it is that I believe and what it is that I think and know. But I try to hide it because I was afraid I may offend somebody, or I was afraid that people may not receive it. But this is me, man. I believe that you can do anything. I believe that you're so much deeper than your race, so much deeper than your gender, so much deeper than your religion. All of those things divide us. But what brings us together? It's that spirit, that universal spirit that Yeshua talked about, that we call Jesus. It's that spirit that brings us together. When I go to Bulgaria and I don't see people that look like me, but I still get mad love, it's because they feel my energy. I come with a different energy. You come with a different energy. You must come with a different energy. And the way that this element is hitting me, some of you will run in and say that it's horrible, but I want you to think about the snow. It's so beautiful until people start walking on it. When people just embrace it and observe it and see what it is, think about how beautiful it is. But then when we start walking on it, because it's like, nah, we can't just appreciate it, it start getting dirty. We have obstacles in our life that come and hit us, and we fight against it and resist it. And then it's harder on us. But when you raise your attention and just accept it, this is what it is. And then you appreciate it. And then you genuinely have an affection for it. And then you say, look, this is what God gave me. I'm just allowing it to happen. Life works out great. Because if I would have listened to God and did what it was that I was supposed to do when he gave me this message, check your life, be limitless, which goes beyond your limitations. And our limitations a lot of times tell us that we're ugly, we're not gifted, we're not good enough, we're not this, we're not that. I thought I was ugly. I thought I wasn't smart enough. That's why I shied away from school. That's why I dropped out of college. That's why I used to ask my girlfriend, do you really think I'm pretty? I used to ask my, do you really think I'm this? I needed to get attention from other people, other women, even when I had a fine wife. All of these things because I didn't know who I was. Some of you out here know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't know who you are and you're trying to find it. And you can't be ashamed of that. At 43, I was still asking myself, who am I? But then I had to realize what God said, Yahweh. I am the great I am. I am me. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Everybody else is a finite individual and they're dying just like you. And a lot of us are trying to prove ourselves to these dying individuals. But why prove yourself to something dying and start living and be limitless? I jumped out of a plane at 14,000 feet because I was afraid of heights. I chose to get my PhD because I was afraid I wasn't smart enough to get it. I chose to play professional football because I was told that I would never make it. I'm too old. I chose to choose an R1 institution because I was afraid that I couldn't make tenure at an R1 institution. I was afraid I couldn't do the research. It is my fear that drives me. What drives you? Don't run from your fears, run to them. When obstacles happen, embrace them. What are you learning from them? This is what it means to check your life. You think I haven't had issues with my family and relationships? But even at the face of it, I'm willing to lose everything to continue to follow my purpose, what I'm put on this earth for. You got to be the same way. Because if everything is taken away from me, I still will follow. I still will lead. If I'm in the midst of the storm, I'm still going to lead. There is nothing that can stop me. There's nothing that can stop you. You got to believe it. You got to believe it. When I say today is a glorious day, that means every single time I have an opportunity to open my eyes, it's a glorious day. It's a glorious day. And I will give my excellence and my best until I'm laid to rest. There's 86,400 seconds in every single day. What are you going to do with those seconds? Or are you going to say, I'm going to wait till next week? Next week is not promised, baby. There's a lot of people that have died since I've been living. They're not here. What are you going to do with your time? Are you going to live it wisely? Or are you going to just keep giving it away? There's three things that I focus on, and I want you, find your three things. But I'm going to be unconditional love. I don't care how you treat me. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give you love. I'm going to be peace, and I'm going to be joy. If any toxic energy come in my space, I disassociate, but I'm still going to love them. I'm still going to find joy in that situation. I'm still going to figure out how I grow. I have worked with people that I thought was challenging, but I realized it wasn't about them. It was about me. Remember, life is 10% what happened, 90% how you respond to it. How are you going to respond? I realized this, just because I don't agree with somebody else doesn't mean they're wrong. Doesn't mean I'm right. What it means is I need to try to understand them and focus on a bigger goal. James, you got to be able to see what's right in front of you, but focus on the big picture. That's mental agility. What are you willing to do with your life? What are you willing to do? I'm not willing to sacrifice anything anymore because I have to unmask to my true potential and be limitless. You all are limitless. I believe in you. I'm 43 years old. I'm moving closer to 50. I want a world that is so beautiful to where we love people just because of what their spirit and their energy is. What separates us is whether you choose positive or whether you choose negative. Whether you decide to be the light or you decide to be darkness has nothing to do with your skin complexion. And I know that. There are beautiful people that I love in China. There's beautiful people that I love in Korea. There's beautiful people I love in Bulgaria. There's beautiful people that I love in London. There's beautiful people I love in Paris or Valencia, Barcelona, the islands. I've been all over throughout this country. There's great people. I don't care what their political affiliation is. They're great people. What are you choosing? Are you choosing what separates you or choosing what unifies us and unite us together? I'm choosing what brings us together. And that's being limitless. That's going beyond form. That's realizing that social constructs don't define you, but your spirit builds you. Check your life, be limitless, and live a life that is incomprehensible, that you never even thought imaginable. So that people will look at your life and say, how did you do that? I never thought I'd have 6 college degrees, ever, ever. But something I realized when I wake up in the morning, today is a glorious day. And for 86,400 seconds, I will give my excellence and my best until I'm laid to rest. I'm abundantly blessed and never stressed. Be better than your best and never ever rest on your last success. Check your life, be limitless.